I just can't explain to you how scared I was.
California's got me looking like a beach ball, rocking long beachy curls, I'm feeling like a Cali
Guys,
girl.
welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Carolina Kamami. You can call me Carolina, that's pretty fine by me. Welcome so much to my family. I appreciate you so much, and give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell right next to it so that you can get notified every time I post. So guys, today, as you saw from the title, I have a really interesting video, and I also have here my pizza that I'm going to be having for dinner. Don't worry, it's a mess because I was oh gosh, this is so, yeah, I was eating it while getting ready. So guys, this is how it all started. So as you all know, African kind of schools, or I think Kenyan schools, we always have this mothers when you're in school. If you're in senior, you get to have kids who are in lower classes who you take care of, and then if you're in a lower class, you get to have a mom who takes care of you. So at this point, I was a senior, and then there are newcomers that came in, and they were coming in our cubicle. So every time newcomers came by, anyone would be excited to be their mom, because you would get to eat, like, I know this is weird, but you'd get to enjoy like the finer things. Like when their parents visit, they always count you in, they bring you things as well, they bring you snacks, and when you're a senior, like, your parents are so tired of like babysitting you and bringing you snacks all the time, so this was really an advantage. So there came a girl whose name was Dorothy, and then the matron told me that I was going to be taking care of her, and I was like, woohoo, jackpot. So I was so excited to be taking care of her until it got to this time that I started regretting, because every time she used to go to bed, she used to wake up at the middle of the night and start screaming and tell us that she's seeing things. Okay, she would tell me mostly because I was her mom, though everyone in the cube would listen. So she would say she's seeing things that, oh my god, I'm freaking out right now because I'm in the room alone and it's so freaky talking about this. I'm getting chills. She would say she's seeing some things, that she hears things, and we're like, no, there's no way. So what I tell her is, if tomorrow you hear the same thing, just let us know and we'll wake up and see what to do. As soon as you hear that, just tell us so that we switch on the lights and we see if we see something, right? So she said, okay, that's fine. So that night we sleep again. I totally forget about it. We sleep, then at the middle of the night she cries out again and says, hey, wait, switch on the lights, switch on the lights. So my friend was sleeping next to the switch. She was like she was sleeping on top. It was double deckers, so she was sleeping at the top and there was like a switch there. So I used to tell her, Hadija, just stay alert. When you just hear a scream, just switch on the lights,
So she switched. Oh, she shouts the she show.
Akawasha taa. So by the time akawasha taa, we didn't see anything, and then we asked her, what's up, we can't see anything, there's nothing here, like, what's going on? Akasema ye amewaona na amesikia vile wamesema. Nikamuuliza, so what did they say mean? And she was like, they were just saying, what is this girl doing here, why did she come here? So what I tell myself is, I'm already a scaredy cat, I'm scared, like I can't handle it, I'm not past that. So I'm like, I'm scared myself, I can't handle this situation with whatever that's going on, I don't know what to do. So I decided to go to the matron with my other friend who was seeing that, and she was kind of believing it, and with Dorothy. So we decided to go to the matron and explain the whole story to her. And guess what the matron told me? You can't imagine what the matron told me. She told me that I should now sleep with her, that she's giving me permission, because we're not allowed to sleep with each other at the same bed. So she told me that she's giving me permission to sleep with Dorothy in order to help her out during the night, since I'm her mom. That's exactly what she said. And I was like, What? I thought we were going for prayers or something. Like, how can I go and sleep with her and myself? Mean you're like, eh? I was scared. I wasn't even looking forward for the night. And you know, when you're in boarding school, like, you treasure sleep. Sleep is everything. Like, if you get an extra minute of sleep, like, you treat it like gold. You know, you wouldn't play around with sleep. And I was like, okay, maybe because if I sleep with her tonight, probably nothing is going to happen, you know. So my friends were really teasing me, telling me, hey, leo takipatapata na nini na nini. And then I told Hadija, please just make sure anytime we scream, just switch on the lights, no matter what. If you just hear anything, just switch on the lights, okay? Thankfully, Hadija was always alert when it came to like noises. Like, she was super alert. She wouldn't even waste a minute. So I was comfortable with that. Night comes and we are here, we are sleeping, and I'm like, wow, okay. So it was time for the lights to be switched off. And I'm here. I just told the girl that if you hear something, don't scream, because I was nervous and I didn't want like something to happen to the both of us since I'm sleeping next to, I mean, it was scary. Just imagine sleeping next to someone who's seeing ghosts. Like, who wants that? It's so scary, and you're not even sure if this is real or not. And if it's real, like, the ghosts are going to now see you. Oh my god, I was so horrified. But then I just had to do what I had to do. The matron told me to do that, and I had no other choice. I really had to help her out at this moment. And I tell her, Dorothy, I want you to do this. As you're going to sleep, let's pray first. So we started by praying. And then I just told her, when you hear them, at any moment you hear them, just pinch me. Don't scream, don't do anything, don't even move, don't even talk. Just pinch me. That's it. Guys, wacha tulale. We slept, and you know, now during the whole night I'm like worried. Like, I didn't sleep in peace. Of course I was scared. And then it reached, like, when you sleep, you feel like you slept for so long, and it's like really late in the night. Like, you haven't checked the time, but you can tell from your head. So I was like, oh, thank god this is not happening today. So once I had that assurance, I now fell deep in sleep. It didn't even take so long. I had a pinch. Dorothy pinched me, guys. I just can't explain to you how scared I was. Like, I'm not even joking. One thing I learned from this, if you put something in your head and you believe it, and you say like, it's this and it's this and it's this, trust me, it's going to be that. It's just like the law of attraction, manifestation, and all these things. Once you say that is how it is, that's how it's going to be in your head, because you've already put it there. And I'm so sure, just because I was so prepared for this, and I was like, once she pinches me, like, it's done. Like, they're there, and I don't know what we're going to do. It was so freaky. It was crazy. I remember I just opened my eyes. I was like sleeping in peace, and then I had this pinch, and I was like, no, this can't be happening. Probably she's just moving, and we pinched each other's skin, but this is not happening. And I remember I had the pinch again, like, she was doing this. Woo! I was so nervous, my heart started beating. Like, have you ever been in a quiet, dark place, and then your heart is beating, and you can feel like your heart, like anyone would hear, like anyone can hear your heart beating? That's how my heart was beating. It was like, do, 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 do. And then I'm scared at the same time. I'm like, I don't want them to hear my heartbeat. Then I haven't even heard anything or seen anything, but already things are going through my head. And I'm like, I don't want them to hear my heartbeat. Oh my god, like, what are we going to do? And then I feel like my voice is choked, like I can't even speak. Or maybe if I speak and then maybe Hadija doesn't switch on the lights, like, it will be too late for us. You know, there were a lot going on. Like, a lot was going on in my head. She was nervous. I was nervous for her. I was literally like a mom to her. Like, I was scared for her because she was so little. And yeah, I'm now believing like whatever she's saying is true, and she's been going through a lot all alone. And oh my god, it was so deep and it was so scary. I know right now I'm talking about it like it's nothing, but that moment, it was like the longest moment of my life. My heart was just beating. I had goosebumps. I was feeling cold. I was shivering. like everything. And then I decided to like, okay, let me now keep quiet and hear if there's anything, because I still have to find out. Like, it was an investigation. I had to find out, okay, is this really true? Like, before I make any hasty decision, like I had to find out. So I stayed there. And guys, this is going to be funny, because one of the girls that used to do this is always watches my video. And please allow me to just mention your name, Evelyn. So Evelyn used to scratch herself when she sleeps. I don't know if you remember this, but that's the truth. So she used to scratch herself when she sleeps, and she used to be like, then you hear like, she was just in deep sleep, but she would scratch herself, so we would hear it. So at that moment, she started okay, she was whispering, because she was telling me, like, she started, Doyana Jikuna, Doyana Jikuna. And I was like, oh my god, this is really happening. Like, this is happening. And then before, she used to explain to us the whole story, and she was telling us how this beast is hairy, and then it always scratches itself, so you get to hear the sounds. Gosh. So guys, Evelyn was busy scratching herself, and in my head I knew it is the beast. It's the beast that's scratching itself. And I was like, oh my god, we are done. And then I started getting nervous, and she was telling me, now hear them talk, hear them whispering. And she was really talking in like a low voice. And I remember I was holding her hand and telling her, I don't know if you guys can relate, man. It was so intense. Like, I figured that any wrong move, we are done. And then that's when I was like, I started praying in my heart. The words were not even coming right. I don't even remember what I was saying, but I remember I was saying something like shindo pepo mchafu and katika jina la Yesu. Those are the things that I was saying. And then I suddenly said that I hope I can shout, and once I shout, Hadija is going to switch on the light ASAP, no matter what. And I remember I just took my breath in, and I was like, Hadija washata, and the lights were on, and I was, I got out of the net quickly, because we were all sleeping in nets. Like, no one was allowed to sleep without a net because of the mosquitoes. I got out of the net quickly. I jumped out, and I told the guys, this is true. They're really ghosts here. They're listening. They're here. Nanini. Guys, people started believing. We started praying. And then I started fasting with this girl. I told her we were going to be fasting and praying the rosary and all that. So I think at the process of this fasting, I started like getting revelations that this wasn't really real. It's all in my head. And that's when one day I was sleeping, and I heard the scratches again, and I was like, wait, what's that? And then I turned my head to Evelyn's bed, and I see her really scratching herself, and she's in deep sleep. And I was like, tick, that's the first sign that wasn't the ghost. So the other like voices, probably it was someone murmuring, or even it was someone in the other cubicle, they were like talking. You never know. So with that, I just cleared myself, and I said that, okay, this is not real. It's all in my head. It's not real. And I tried convincing her as well, but she kept on telling me that whatever she's been seeing is real. And even in the past school, she was going through the same thing, and they are tormenting her, and even her parents know, and this is something she's been going through. So we went back to the matron. We explained to her, and the matron just said that it's all in the head, and she should stop believing all that. So I just continue supporting her in prayer, and hoping that one day she's going to get over it. But so guys, whatever I can say is, right now I can never really judge if it was true or not. People out here are seeing things, and we just don't know if it's true or not true. So it might have been true for her, but I just never saw it, and it was the worst experience. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, because at that moment you feel all alone, you feel scared. Hey, mazee, me crazy, but yeah, that's how it was, and that's my ghost story. Like, it was freaky, and I will never forget that day. I'd never forget Dorothy. But yeah, it taught me a lot, and I realized that I was also strong, and I truly deeply believe in God. So guys, that's the end of my video. I'm shocked. I haven't even eaten much of my pizzas. So guys, thank you so much for watching today. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right now. Comment down below, like the video, and share the video. Please guys, always share the video to your friends, to your WhatsApp groups, to your Instagrams, to your Facebooks, and always tag me once you share it so that I can repost you on my page. And appreciate all of you. God bless all of you. I'm going to see you all on my next video. Bye bye.